What's up guys, Twitch Bricks here back for another LEGO video, and today we are going to be going over some sets that I've had for almost 10 years, four of my favorite Ninjago sets, and yeah, so I'm going to go through them, rate them by minifigures value, just all that stuff, and I put a vote in my community tab a while ago, and you guys voted on which one of these sets you guys thought were your favorite, and I'll reveal what that was at the end of the video. Let's get started. Go ahead and start with the Ultrasonic Raider, which had an awesome 6 minifigures. It had Spita, all 4 of the original Ninja in their ZX outfits, and Pythor. Let's take a little closer look at him. First off, we have Spita, who came with an awesome mace, and was really cool to have one of those snakes with like the big teeth on him. Next up is ZX Cole, which came with the Scythe of Quakes, which is pretty good for being a brick built one. The shoulder armor just looks awesome on this figure, and it was a really great figure for 2012. Next up with Jay, and I think that this is still one of the best nunchucks of lightning design that LEGO's ever made. Besides the Legacy one, I think that was the best. But this figure also looks really awesome. I love the silver arm and the armor on the torso. Otherwise though, the torso is pretty bland, but this is still a great figure. Next up is Kai, who looks great, and I still think that this molded Sword of Fire is the best Sword of Fire that LEGO has ever made. And I'm not sure why they made the one for crystallized look so bad. Otherwise, this is a great figure. Next up is ZX Zane, that came with the Shuriken device. And his torso design is actually pretty cool with the leather straps and stuff on the side. And, armored look always looks awesome. Next up is Pythor, and this is the only set that he came in. He also came with the red fang blade and had the awesome snake general tail. Pretty awesome figure. Next, for the Temple of Light, it came with Lloyd, the Golden Ninja, which is an amazing looking figure, and all the gold just looks awesome on him. Next up is Sensei Wu, which looks pretty generic, but is still a great looking figure nonetheless. Next up is just a generic Stone Warrior, which looks great. This set also had a Lord Garmadon figure, but I've unfortunately lost it. Next up, the first figure is Kozu, which is an amazing looking figure. I love the custom molded second arm piece with the shoulder armor, and the helmet and face mask just looks awesome, and the 2 butterfly swords that came with him are great too. Next is Kimono Zane, which unfortunately none of these ninja had shoulder armor besides the gold ninja, which they all had shoulder armor in the show, so I'm not really sure why they didn't have it. But besides that, this is a really great looking figure, and I love the design of the kimonos. Also, I'm sorry if I butchered the word kimono, I don't know how to pronounce it. There's the Stone Warrior Scout, which looks great, but I kind of wish they had the shields that were depicted in the show. Then the last set is the Dareth Polybag, which of course has Dareth, which is a beautiful looking figure. Just gorgeous. Also came with a Nindroid with that awesome Ninja Rat piece. I think the best minifigures is going to go to the Ultrasonic Raider, just for having so many and such detailed minifigures in this set. Second place, it's going to be the Temple of Light, because all of the figures do seem to be pretty good, especially that Garmadon, which I unfortunately don't have. Place is going to go to the Dareth Polybag for all of the just detail in the printing, and the molds are awesome. Unfortunately, last for the minifigures category is going to be Garmatron. Kimono Zane and the Scout Stone Army Warrior is just kind of bland, and Kuzu wasn't enough to pull it up. Might as well go ahead and show some play features of these sets. Alright, so first off, both of the windshields can open up easily to just stick some figures in, and they can fit with their armor, so that's really cool. So if I go ahead and take the Zane ZX figure, just put him in a seated position, and you just set him right down. There are 4 studs that he sits on, so there's a chance of his legs getting stuck in there. But it's really nice. Close it up. Looks really good. You can unfortunately only fit 2 ninja in here, but that'll pass. But I mean, it is what it is. Next up, if we come around to the back, you can see there's a little cage here, which you can go ahead and put your Spita minifigure in. Kind of have them trapped in there. And then also, over on the sides here, we have flick fire missiles. The flick, yeah. They're not the best, but they look really cool, so that's awesome. And then it does have a spot. It has clips and stuff where you can hold all 4 of the golden weapons. And then the biggest play feature of this set is if you press this back here, the blades will pop open and you can release the jet, which looks amazing as it is and was just an awesome play feature playing with as a kid. And then you just pull it back out to lock it in place, and now it's not going anywhere. Next up is the Temple of Light, which also came with the first Spinjitzu Master mech. We'll go ahead and take that out for a second and take a look at the temple. The temple actually came with all 4 of the elemental blades, which is really cool. There's also play features, a little knob back here, and when you do that, it'll drop a trap door that also has a little dagger on the end, so you can smack someone in the head while you're dropping them through a trap door. And then if we go ahead and open this up, you can make it a bigger temple, and yeah, you're able to close it up. And an awesome thing about it, the first Spinjitzu Master's mech does fit inside the temple, and it looks really cool. Yeah. Next up is Garmatron, which looks really cool. It only really has a couple play features, like the wheels obviously move. The treads aren't great though. Over time they start to wear out and just kind of stay bent in place. Yeah, it has some clips here where you can hold Kozu's swords. Also has a jail cell back here. Just throw some minifigs in there. And then probably like the only real play feature of this set is you can press a little knob at the back and you can see the little cannon there. And you just press it, and it shoots out one of those big rubber bullets that they had a while ago. I kind of wish that LEGO still made play features like this, because it's been a while since we've seen those big missiles. And then lastly is the Dareth Polybag, and this is the whole build. Yeah. It's just Dareth, an android, and a trophy. For play features, I think that the Ultrasonic Raider is going to get first once again. It's just a really awesome set with a lot of play features, and it looks just amazing. Second place is going to go to the Garmatron. It doesn't look the greatest, and it doesn't have a whole lot of play features, but it's hard to not give it something for that giant spring-loaded shooter inside. And then third place is going to go to the Temple of Light, with the mech just being a big play feature. It's nice to have, but it just doesn't quite beat the other ones. And last place is going to go to the Dareth Polybag for just having a trophy. Lastly, how well can these items be displayed? I think that first place for displayability is going to be the Ultrasonic Raider once again. It's just an amazing looking piece and just way ahead of its time. Second place I think is going to go to the Temple of Light. It's just an amazing looking build, and the fact that the mech can fit inside the temple like it does in the show is just amazing, and I think it looks really good on my display. And for third place, I think it's going to go to Garmatron. It doesn't look the greatest, but it is still just a big, massive build, and it looks awesome. And last place is going to go, once again, to the Dareth Polybag, because it's just a trophy. Results for the best set: the Ultrasonic Raider having 12 points, Temple Light having 8, Garmatron having 6, and Dareth Polybag having 4. I personally think that the Ultrasonic Raider is my favorite set in this line. It's just a really cool one, and it was way ahead of its time, just looks great to this day. But what about you guys? I had a community post a while ago, like with a vote of all 4 of these sets, and yeah, you guys voted, over like 60% of you guys voted for the Dareth Polybag, which is really surprising because these are some great sets here. But I mean, that's what you guys picked. Comment down below if you disagree with my opinions. Just, you know, be nice, please. And yeah, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. If I do, I will get the UCS Venator. Yeah, have a good one.